Let's welcome back to the final part of tonight's show. Kwanghi, you have a classic dish for us tonight. What
Absolutely.
do you think?
So it's supposed to take on a beef and green pepper and black bean sauce, but I'm doing pepper sauce. You can have that as well, you know.
Okay.
But it's quite nice. So I'm using fillet of beef here, so you can see it. I have I'm using Johnstone dry aged fillet. But like you can go to any butcher and get any dry age. If you're going to get fillet, you want to get a really good one. You know what I mean? Like, because you spend that money.
Yourself.
Exactly. So I have I done it actually quite big slices. So see like that, because I want them in the steaks instead of chunks. You know. So you can do strips as well. But that's nice. So I have a wok kind of heated up, and I want to chop some onions in here. So you want to do onions and garlic. So I'm just gonna chop some onions. Just such a simple midweek dish that you can do, and it literally takes a couple of minutes. It won't take long at all. So,
Okay.
Garlic. I have fresh bulb garlic here. They're actually in season now at the moment. So,
Yes.
yeah, to see them in the shop, they're so nice. So they are just so different.
Yeah,
you know?
now's the time.
Yeah. So what you want to do is peel them as normal, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just give it a bash,
Yeah.
and just going to take the skin off it. And just get in the fresh stuff, and it's so fresh. It's such difference, you know. You should try it. It's such a difference between the dry stuff and the fresh stuff.
You can really kind of...
And it's got a lot of spiciness to it as well.
So in your cooking, when it's this season, you're like lashing it into everything.
Yeah, it's great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a bit of just cooking oil. So rapeseed oil or vegetable oil is fine. You can see kind of the wok starting smoking. That's ready. So you want to throw in the onions and your garlic. Give it a good stir. Without colour, you want to just give it a shake. And in the meantime, what I'm going to do is, whenever that's kind of ready, I'm just going to throw in the steak. So what I have done with the steak is I put some sesame oil on it. Okay, and a small bit of soy sauce. You can do this in advance if you want as well to get the flavour in a bit more.
Okay, that's marinated.
Yeah, so fire it in there. I'm going to have my steak kind of medium. Is that okay for you guys?
Yes, please.
And because it's a hot pan, it will sizzle and cook that a little bit quicker.
Exactly, yeah. So what you want to do is you want to spread your beef out so it's touching the surface, okay? So you get a nice fry. In the meantime, I'm going to use maybe a red pepper and a green pepper, okay? So you can go tricolour if you want as well. So.
Do what you want, it's grand. You just go with your preference.
So I'm going to, I quite like peppers because it has a lovely sweetness to it, especially this time of year as well. And what I'm going to do is skip the seeds. You want to throw the seeds away because you can't really eat it.
Yeah.
And it's they're not nice to eat either, so you want to just, okay, so
you're cutting it in chunks rather than...
Yeah, because I want a bit of texture in the dish itself when you're biting it, you know, so it's not all just small bites of onions and just beef. So
5 a day. We need to do it.
So here we go. I'm going to turn it a small bit up, so I'll have it on. I have some boiled rice on the go here, so just normal boiled rice, so you can, very fluffy, okay. So what I'm going to prepare now is going to prepare the thickening agent, you know, so potato starch, that's enjoyable.
Here we go.
Aaron's looking at me. So
I was waiting for it.
I know.
I always wonder when it's going to make
I want people to use up their stuff when they get it, you know.
You're
so,
dead right.
So I turned the fillet there, so you can see that. So this time now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in the black cracked pepper. You can use, I have cracked it already, so if you have a pepper mill, just give it in. So, all right. Now, next. Shaoxing cooking wine. So sherry if you have it, white wine if you don't. Okay, so that'd be fine as well. Just give it a little
glug.
Oh, this will be really nice. So oyster sauce. I have a mushroom, there's a vegetarian one here, so you can buy this as well. So there's 2 different ones you can get. So about 2 or 3 tablespoons of that.
Okay.
Give that a nicely stir. So I can see the beef is coming kind of like medium. You can still see the bit of redness there, but it's so beautiful.
So that was a vegetarian oyster sauce made out of mushrooms?
Yeah, out of mushrooms, yeah. So it's quite nice actually.
Yeah.
It's quite similar because I use that quite a lot in bowls.
Was that more sesame oil you put in?
I put a small bit of drop of sesame oil. I always throw a small drop of sesame oil at the very end.
Yeah.
Because I want that kind of shine on the dish itself.
Okay.
So that's where you get that lovely sheen off your sauce. So, see that? That's very nice now. So
And
I'm
what
just
just
going
went in there? Was that your potato?
That's my potato starch mixture
Yeah.
with a bit of vegetable stock.
Okay.
And let's just mix that in there so you get a bit of sauce. So I'm just going to serve this up now. So how fast was that? This is great.
That was, really
Yeah,
fast.
and if you're going to do this at home, like I love serving a big mat with family serving, and then
Yeah.
just everybody dig in and have their own bowl. And I'm going to just finish it off with a bit of chopped scallions on top. This will give it a bit of lovely zing,
You're a bit out of breath. Are you all right?
bit of freshness.
That was crazy quick.
I think. Eat a bit, yeah.
That was really
Good
good.
exercise, isn't it?
It did feel like a workout at times.
He was lashing into things. Look at him. He's going all over the place.
So now, what do you see now?
That
this is it.
looks
Isn't that nice?
absolutely delicious.
I think this is actually one of my favorite dishes in the Chinese takeaway. I always get this.
Yeah.
That's what you get if you were getting a takeaway.
Yeah, I get beef and black pepper sauce or black bean
If
sauce.
if Kwanghi Chan was ordering off me a Chinese takeaway, I'd be sweating for days.
surprised,
Yeah.
I wouldn't. You're like the best in the country.
Ah, thank you very much.
He is. He is the
You
best
like
in
sweet
the
and
country.
sour though, yeah?
I know, yeah. Kwanghi once made sweet and sour here. It's the best sweet and sour I've ever had in my entire life, and he hated every minute of making it. But he's the best person in the entire world for that.
Thank you.
Kwanghi, that is so good. Will you have it up on your Instagram as well?
Absolutely, yeah. So
And this is one of my favourite takeaway dishes. The,
it's a
the
gem,
fillet
yeah.
beef and a
It's
black.
quite nice. It's
It is
quite
gorgeous,
different than the
absolutely
black bean
gorgeous.
one, isn't it?
It's
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
good.